Hello, hello everyone. It's Becky, and it's time for a new year and a new year of savings challenges. So, today is Tuesday, January the 4th of 2022. I hope you all had a safe new year. Um, Before we get started, I kind of wanted to go over a couple of things. Somebody asked me, like, where does this money come from that I'm saving, doing my saving challenges with? It's not, I don't have like a magical source. I mean, I did have a shop out at Gizmos where I made a little bit of money, and some of that came from that. But I have since closed up that shop. My husband and I are both of us are on Social Security, so we get paid once a month, and that's where this money is coming from. Now, before, I used to buy things. If I saw something I wanted, I would just buy it, as evidenced by these categories that say miscellaneous in here, and I would spend a lot. This month I spent $334 on things that I wanted. Let's see, let's go to the next month. Then, I forget which month this is. I spent $240. So that was in November. And then, of course, in December, I ended up spending almost $500, but it was Christmas, and I used other money instead of the money I had earmarked for Christmas. So that is prompting me to do what's called a no spend month, and I'll get into a little bit more on that later. But the money, I am making a conscious effort now to save money. I have never budgeted before in my life, and I came across a budgeting video on YouTube back in August and thought that sounded like something I wanted to try. And I've heard of like the 100 envelope challenges before, and I watched a couple videos. Then, even though I can't do 100 envelope challenge because that would be like $100, and we don't have $100, $32 I can do every week, maybe, because we're still paying on our little kitty who passed away. But so that's where that money's coming from. And then also, I was asked the question, what do you do with your change? What are you going to do with your change? How do you decide what categories? Well, everybody's different. So, and you don't have to do like an envelope challenge or these other little games that I play. You can just strictly put money into your categories, like groceries, your electric bill. Just squirrel a little bit away each week, and those little amounts add up. Now, unfortunately, our new year's not starting very well because I broke a tooth, and now I have to go to the dentist to get it fixed before it becomes a major problem. On top of that, I just went to the eye doctor today. Although I don't need cataract surgery this year, next year I probably will. He says I'm right on the borderline of needing it. The right eye has deteriorated so badly, but I do need new glasses at this point. So that's two expenses. And then the third, my husband's truck, he's losing air in the front tire, and come to find out, his truck is so old that the tires are dry rotting. So we need at least we need 4 new tires, but at the minimum we need 1 new tire. So those are 3 expenses we do not have this month. And that money's probably going to come out of that $900 I had earmarked for my new stove. I'll just work with what I've got, and we roll with the flow. Roll with the flow. So what we're going to do today, it's a new year. New challenges, we're starting fresh, so let's see what we can do here. Like I said, I've started a no spin this month, and I'll show you a little bit more on that here in a minute. And you know, here's what I plan on. I budget for these, and here's my budget, and here's my challenges right here. So I budget for these, and we are a little bit over on our budget, so I need to no spend a lot. So I'm gonna move this over, and we're gonna start things. All right, first of all, we're gonna start with our change. And I don't think I put any in here this week. No, I did not. And look, I was making my little envelopes for the envelope challenge. I'm going to be using these. I made little envelopes, and I'm gonna slide my money into these. But when I was making these, I forgot I had used $1, so I found $1, an extra $1 we get to start the dollar challenges with. All right, so let's get our change. And oh yeah, and I sidetracked myself. So somebody asked, well, what are you saving your change for? And I really haven't earmarked my change for anything, but the person who asked me this had a really good idea, in that she's going to save her change and then buy gift cards for her grandchildren for Christmas. So I think, or even their birthdays. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I have one grandson's birthday is in February, 2 grandsons' birthdays are in March, and one is at the end of this month. So I had that 40 some odd dollars in change, so I'm probably going to do the same thing for his birthday. So we have some change here, and I'm not going to count it. I found this nice little box at Dollar Tree, and it's a treat fund, but I'm going to put my change in this until it gets full, and then we will count it. So there we go. And see, it opens right here by moving that little thing. So, all right. So I have $6 left in my wallet, plus this one. And then I went to the bank. So let's take these out. Before we get started, I'm putting $10 back in my wallet, just so you can't call me a homeless person. So how was your New Year's? Did you all have your cabbage for the new year? We certainly did. All right, I got my calculator. This is the extra, so let me straighten this money out, and then we will get started with our savings challenges. But yeah, I was right there like Christmas Eve. I was eating a piece of candy, and I felt this like crunchiness. It was Hard Rock candy, and it didn't really set up, so I was eating, and it started feeling a little crunchy, and it was my tooth. It's like all right, 20s. All right. I feel like I'm unorganized. All right, so for our no spin challenge, I found this printout on Etsy, but you can just mark it on your calendar if you want. But blue are the days that I did not spend, and pink are the days that I spent, other than my exceptions up here. And my exceptions were that I only can buy needs or budgeted items, my groceries, and then my exception was slushies. Every time we go out, we go to the Speedway and we buy a Coca-Cola slushie. That's my one little thing. Now, normally on a no spend challenge, there's no money involved, but because, you know, your rewards are to be something that you do that don't cost money, like read, take a bubble bath, go on a hike, those type of things. But because I was in such a mode of spending, getting whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, my reward is going to be $5 for each day that I don't spend anything. And then that money, talking with the husband, this money, if I could do it for the whole month, I would have saved like $155, I think it was. This money would have been earmarked for the car. So far, today's the 4th, I've had 2 no spends, so 5, 10, because normally I would spend, what, $10, $15 a day? You know, so 155 versus that, what, the least amount that we saw in one of my months was 250, is a win in my book. So I owe myself $10 for the no spend. And whatever we end up with is gonna go towards car maintenance. So I actually need to create a little envelope back here. I need to create an envelope for the no spend. I'm just gonna put it in this one right here. And then these are in an Etsy shop as well. So we're starting fresh. So let me just write this. This is no spend. And then I'm gonna put /car. Car maintenance. Today is the 4th. And we are starting with $10. So we'll see next week how this goes. But I seen something on Amazon that I had to get one of my daughters. She's up. There's a special gag that the 2 of us do, so she's up on me. Okay. Let's just start in this one, shall we? Our first challenge, our first savings we're going to do for this week is going to be Christmas birthdays. And again, remember, we roll the dice and then we add a 0. So $10. So today is the 4th. So we have $10 in for the start of our Christmas birthday funds. All right, next up, putting $5 in his lottery fund. Next, we're going to do our envelope challenge. see here. Even though I'm putting them in those envelopes, I'm going to keep track in here. So for our envelopes, this is where our calendar's going to come in. Where I had the little boxes last time, we are now going to use our calendar. So for our envelopes, I'm going to pull the first one and the last one. And then I'm just going to mark X's through it. And this will take us about 15 weeks to get through this whole month. And by the time we're done, we will have saved $496. So, number 1 and number 31. So, the 1 is going to get $1. And then the 31, 20, 25, 30, 31. And my envelopes aren't perfect. But, you know, I've started making these junk journals, and I have this little, look, it's glued to the inside there. No wonder it wasn't opening. Okay. So, let me grab a paper. Envelope challenge. And you can do your envelope challenge. You can, if you're doing this with me, you can start and pick January 1st and just start with $1. The next week you can pick January 2nd and put $2 in your envelope. So we started with 0. And we have 1 and 31 for a total of $32, which might be going for Becky's teeth. So these I am going to put back in here, and then next week I'm going to come and we'll draw number 2 and number 30. So hopefully you get a grasp on how that's going to go. Bug people came yesterday, and that was $100. So some of that money's going to pay for the bug people. So lawn care gets 15. So now we're starting over for the lawn care people. The bug people won't come again until, let me see, January, February, March, April or May. But the lawn people charge $15 to do our yard every year. So $15. Is this my $15? Yes. All right, next up we have license plates. Hang on just a minute, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, back to what we were doing. License. License. I think it's over here in this one. License. All right, so license plate is going to get 10. And look how small this is compared to this new one I printed out. When I printed it out, this is the same thing. So the first time I printed it out, it was like that. Second time I printed it out, it came this big. Boom. I don't know what, I probably had a setting on my printer wrong. I don't know. Just rolling with the flow. Rolling with the flow. Oh, and then on my insulin, it cost me $94 right there in December too. So, I mean, I didn't get dinged like I did the year before when it was like 150 at the end of the year. But it was an expense. All right, next medicine is going to get 10. All right, let me get a paper. Medicine. And this is for our short-term medicines that we get. Like at CVS and not our mail order medicine. So $10 in medicine. All right, emergency. One of these days I will get these envelopes in order. Emergency money's getting 5. Because at this, I'm trying to get our emergency fund set up so when things like a broken tooth or glasses come up, we'll have the money. All right, I put the $10 in my wallet. Miscellaneous is going to get 10. All right, miscellaneous is 10. Grab a new receipt. All right, miscellaneous is 10. All right, let me see if I've gotten everything that I had earmarked for this week. We've done the lawn care, we've done his lottery, miscellaneous got 10, medicine got 10, receipts, coupons. That's our no spend. Our dollar challenges we're gonna do here in a minute. Christmas birthdays. Emergency, vacation, property taxes, license plate. and I didn't print off my new, any new games. I'm gonna keep track of my ones on this. So we're gonna do it. Let's see if there was anything else in here. Okay. We are going to, each bag here is $5. I'm gonna keep track of my vacation fund on this one too. So, 5, 10. $10 is going into vacation. Vacation. Here we go. $1, $4, $10. All right, I'm gonna put the rest of these bills into dining out because our anniversary is coming up on the 14th, and we're gonna go out to dinner. So we got 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, $40 on dining out. Not sure where we're gonna go yet. We will have been married 45 years. Hold on. Yeah, 45 years in this month. Okay, $40. So have you all got your Christmas decorations put away? We never put any up, so that wasn't an issue for us. All right, now these ones are going into our into our dollar savings challenge. 1, 2, 3, still 2017. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 of them. So each little dot here equals $1, and there are 144 of these. So I know once this is all filled up that I have saved $144. So we need to do 20 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I guess I could, I could have done this in a different way and say each dot equals $10 and maybe just colored in 2. But this way, we get to color the whole honeycomb. So let us put our ones into our 1 folder here. Should I put one of these in there to keep track as well? Do you think I should put one of these in there? I think I will. Rather than count each little thing when it's time. $1 savings. 1/4/2022. Did you ever in your wildest dreams imagine 2022? I don't think I ever did. I mean, probably if you think about it, but all right, so let me put that in there. Okay, so that is the end of our savings challenges for today. I hope you were able to join in some of my challenges. Don't feel like you have to do everything that I do. But, even dollars here and there add up, as we saw from August through December on my own challenges. So my question for you today is, have you made any New Year's resolutions for 2022? I myself don't make resolutions per se. I don't write anything down, but I would like to create more YouTube videos. I may start doing some videos on these junk journals that I'm doing, and I do have several of my kitties that I'm going to post. I've been having problems with the computer. The problem is the phone is so new, the computer is so old that it's incompatible technologies, and I've really had to fight to even upload videos. So I'm gonna try and upload more. That's my goal. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up or a comment, and I will see you again next week for week 2 of January savings challenges. Until then, be safe. Don't let the world change your smile. Let your smile change the world. Goodbye.